Aloha, this is Deja Vu again, bringing you the ace match for Team Attrition and Manner Beat Skills. So this should be a whole lot of fun. We are seeing two of the elite players, DiabloX for Attrition here in the top left, and LuckyFool in the bottom right. Both of these players have won games already in this set. And I'm going to call them elite players from now on because I think it sounds a lot better than calling them the C or better players on IC Cup, which just sounds stupid. So I'm going to call them elites because that just sounds cool. It's like from Halo. It's like the Covenant. You know, they had their regular grunts and crap, but then they would throw these elites at you, and every time you saw them, you got a little worried because if a pack of them came at you, you might actually die, which didn't happen when you were fighting most of the normal guys. So yeah, enough of that tirade rant, random aside. Let's get to the actual game. I mean, it's the beginning of a TVT, so nothing's really happening yet. But the map is Troy, so it's kind of surprising to see Terrans on both sides. It's a map that is generally balanced towards Protoss in like 60% or 55%, depending on versus Zerger versus a Terran. So I expected to see one or two Protosses on this. Instead, we see two Terrans. And I don't know how it might just be based upon availability, or just these are maybe the best players on each of the team that were there available at the time. They were just throwing out their best player, not worrying about necessarily the map or matchup. That's always possible as well. And okay, so it looks like just Barracks and Refinery going down for LuckyFool. And it looks like Diablo went Refinery before Barracks. He is throwing down his Barracks now, but he did go for his Refinery just right before his Barracks. So we'll see if he's able to, I mean, it's not going to be a big difference, but, maybe a little bit extra gas he might be able to do. Go maybe a little faster for, I don't know, maybe a 2-port Wraith or something like that. That could be kind of interesting to see. See what else. Nothing else is really going on. The TVT is, it's TVT. It's, beginning of the game, it's definitely the least exciting of all the mirror matchups. Zerg versus Zerg obviously is the most exciting just period. The game is generally over within like 10 minutes, and it's just non-stop action from beginning to end. Definitely the most fun to watch. And I feel like PvP is the most interesting and complicated because because a lot of times you'll see whether it's Reavers versus Dark Templar or something complicated like that. It becomes a little more creative in the PvP fight. And then TVT, I feel like if it gets past about the 15-minute mark or so, it just ends up being awesome. I hate beginning game TVT. I love late game TVT. The map just ends up becoming a wall on each side. It just gets divided in half. You get to see it's like a true world war where every base comes into play. You get to see lines of tanks looking at each other across the battlefield, terrified to even cross. And it's just these drop ships are going back and forth, dropping on each other's bases, and you get to see drops and counter drops. It's actually very, very exciting late game for TVT. I just really hate the beginning game watching this build up because obviously you're not going to rush with Marines unless you do a proxy 2-rack BBS or something like that. But even that, Marines aren't that much fun to watch micro around, to be honest, especially against other Marines. Kind of lame. Okay, so something interesting going here. It looks like LuckyFool is going to go for 2-port Wraith. He's already throwing them down before a command center or anything, or before even a machine shop. He's just going straight there. And it looks like DiabloX is going down for the machine shop for his factory, and he's also throwing down 1-star, but I don't know if that's going to be for Wraith or if that's going to be for dropship, so we'll see how that happens. 2-port Wraith can be very, very effective, especially if it doesn't get scattered out. And it doesn't look like... Yeah, I don't think DiabloX has any idea this is coming, so if he doesn't get an engineering bay and some turrets up early, I mean, you would have no reason to do that unless you knew 2-port Wraiths were coming. So I think this could end up being very, very bad for him. And yeah, it looks like first Wraith is already building for LuckyFool, and he's also building that control tower. So he's going to get these out pretty quickly, and it doesn't look like DiabloX is going to be pushing out anytime soon. First tank is out, and he is researching siege. So I think I think it looks like he's going to be going for a siege expand, not really a push. Although I could be wrong. Yeah, it looks like the Marines are pushing out as well as the tank. So I guess he is going to go for a push and see what damage he can do. But I hope he actually gets to see these Wraiths and is able to prepare for it. Otherwise, we could just see 2-port Cloak Wraiths and GG real fast, which would be really, really dumb. It's going to be really hard for DiabloX to actually break through because this is a tiny, tiny, tiny choke. But what you could do, which could be pretty interesting, is that this is Troy. So if you destroy, the way the assimilators work, if you just go normally, any unit can go through. you destroy one assimilator, only small units can go through. So like Marines and I don't think Vultures can go through, but I think like all bio units and like Zealots, Zerglings. I'm not sure about Hydras. Maybe even Hydras can slip through there. But if you blow up both assimilators, nothing can get through. Nothing. Except Ghosts. But, I mean, how often do you really see Ghosts in the game anyways? But really, pretty much nothing comes through. So DiabloX came in for this attack, but it looks like he got out-microed by LuckyFool, and he lost his tank, he lost all of those Marines, and it looks like he was able to kill a Vulture and a few Marines, and with that trade-off definitely goes to LuckyFool's advantage. And, trying to find LuckyFool's rates. Where are they? Okay. The first two rates are already out. He's researching Cloak, and Cloak is just now finishing. So it looks like we're going to see 2 port rates versus 1 port rate, and 2 is bigger than 1. 2 is bigger than 1. So we are definitely going to see a huge advantage here for LuckyFool in terms of the rate count, which means DiabloX is going to have to get an armory down really fast. I'm looking for it. I'm hoping he throws it down like immediately. His Cloak hasn't even started researching. Those siege tanks are pretty much all sitting ducks. It looks like what LuckyFool is going to do is going to use these initial 2 rates to sit here and kill SCVs, while at the same time he's probably going to use the later rates that he builds, and he's probably just going to pick up the tanks as they come one by one. He could probably pick up this barracks too, which would slow him down a lot, slow down DiabloX a lot. And yeah, DiabloX is definitely in a lot of trouble because he doesn't have Cloak, whereas LuckyFool does, and he really can't do much at all until that Cloak researches. And 3 rates, I mean, rates don't do a lot of ground damage, but 3 of them together, they'll kill a SCV, I think, in like 2.5 rounds of fire, so something along those lines. And it looks like, yeah, DiabloX almost killed that race, but then it just cloaked. So now he's got nothing, and he's got no scan, he's got no turrets up at all. Whereas, let's see what, looks like LuckyFool is getting an academy. He's going to work on getting that scan up, and he's building a command center now. It looks like DiabloX has 3 tanks outside of LuckyFool's base, stopping him from expanding, but that's not enough, because he's losing all of these SCVs. He's lost a lot. He's lost, I think, 5 or 6 SCVs, maybe more. I'm thinking more, actually. 3, 9, 14. Okay, he's lost something like 15 SCVs plus. And I think this is GG already. He has no Goliaths, no turrets, no scan, no nothing. He's got nothing. I don't even know if he's not even going to be able to finish either the armory or the engineering bay. And this game is already over. I'm calling it right now. He did blow up the assimilator, so that way LuckyFool is reduced to only rates to fight with, but like, that's going to be enough. Just rates is going to be enough. Even if that engineering bay, okay, the engineering bay does finish, but how is DiabloX going to possibly get up a turrets in time, you know? And he's only got something like 2 or 3 SCVs left, and they're all going to die real fast. Yep. I don't think Diablo has any SCVs out on the field that aren't, like, building. The only ones he has are the ones that are building in his command center of just pop. So he